What's up, mechanics? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of Tool Tuesday here at the Vim Tools headquarters. We're approaching episode 100. Are we in the 90s?
I don't know. I just realized I don't have a hat on. That's weird.
So today is an exciting day because we are finally debuting a product that everybody has been waiting for. At least one that all of you have been asking about for the last 6 or 7 months. Because we like to show products here early, and this one took a while for us to get. Introducing part number NORA 150XL. That is NORA 150XL. That stands for Nano Offset Ratcheting Attachments, because that's really what they are. They are wrench head attachments, ratcheting offset, so they're deep box in 12 point. The reversible mechanism is on the back of the head instead of on the sides, so that if you're in close quarters, which is what this is meant for, you're not going to accidentally hit the switch. So, we're going to show you how they work, and because of that, we thought, why not show off the 4 other extension sets that we have. But like we said, this can be any length ratcheting wrench set that you need, for however much reach you need. So it's just the heads. Takes up way less space in your toolbox than having multiple length sets. So this set is 14 to 19 millimeters. That is the NORA 150XL. It's the first one for us to have. We're going to have the smaller set in a few months. That will be NORA 150, and that will be the 8 through 13. The only skip within those 2 sets is going to be the 9 millimeter.
Correct.
So you'll have 8 through 19, only skipping the 9 millimeter with the NORA 150 and the NORA 150XL.
And those are in stock, right?
These are in stock, ready to go.
The regular ones, the smaller ones, should be in stock in about a month. The XLs are here and live. And we just got back from the ISN show where we did sell a lot of those. A lot of dealers bought a lot of these, so you should see them on trucks very soon here. They were excited about them. They liked them. We had a lot of new products on all the tables. A lot of dealers were excited. We made some record numbers for our own, personal goals here. But that means there's going to be a lot of Vim product on tool trucks coming to you soon.
Yeah. Well, every show, there's always an influx because everybody comes to see our booth because we always have really new stuff. We always have a table that is just completely filled with prototypes and new products. So people come to us, and then everyone ends up ordering those things in, and then you'll see them on the tool trucks.
But you'd almost argue that this show specifically is where we get the most influx of our branded product on trucks.
Because it's every flagship and
exactly.
independent.
It's independent. Anybody is allowed to go. Any mobile dealer or any dealer that resells tools is allowed to go to this show. Now, how you register, I don't know. But again, that means that across multiple brands and in non-branded as an independent, you're allowed to go to the show and buy. And you're buying my brand. You're not buying a brand that we make for someone. You're buying our green, black, VIM branded products. So that's going on the truck, and you're going to see a lot more of those on the truck. Whereas a flagship show, you'd see a lot of their own brand and a little bit of ours. That's why we see so many.
Yeah, depending on the flagship, some of the flagships.
Regardless, I'm saying all of them.
Yeah.
It's not fully Vim.
Oh yeah, at the ISN show, it's all Vim products, and we brought most of the line.
And you'd argue that we get more reach at SEMA, which we do because.
Do you have an idea of how many products in total we had at the show? 200 products.
We had $20,000 in retail costs at that show, in just product. So we had a lot of product.
Lots of product, lots of stuff to talk about.
A lot of it was new. We had a full table of new and upcoming product.
Yeah, and this was one of them. One of the hottest items there.
In stock, so.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have been waiting on this because we showed it, I think, for the first time at SEMA last year.
Yeah, it was wild.
And a lot of videos were taken about it because it's obviously, very interesting, and people have been asking since then, when is it going to be out? We've shown it at a few shows since then, but we didn't really have an answer on ETA, and we haven't really given a concrete answer here yet, but now they're in stock.
Yes, they are, and we had a lot of, how do I put this? There were like 3 or 4 different major changes that had to happen throughout the development of this kit, including new tooling that had to be made for missing sizes, including deep box or not, including 12-point or spline, including whether you do the entire set in one or you split them up into 2 because of cost. There was a lot of variables that had to be determined based on what customer feedback was and dealer feedback.
You remember us asking here, what do you prefer, 12-point or spline? It was because we were trying to make that decision. it seemed like most people were 12 point, which is why we
Correct.
decided to go with
Correct.
the 12 point.
Spline's more universal.
Head.
12 point is more loved. But hey,
Yeah. So enough talking. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. Obviously, take a wrench, take a
extension.
wrench.
Oh.
Take a wrench head, take an extension, make a baby. Bam. There's a handle.
Baby.
Now you have a handle. Wait a second. You need to get somewhere that's a little deeper than that. You need a little more reach. Bam. Now you got an even longer handle. These are very high quality wrenches. Okay, but obviously, if you go and put like 3 feet worth of an extension on this thing, they will break. So treat the tools right, and they'll treat you right.
Which honestly does bring me to my next point. This was something that we decided and took us a while to, come to the conclusion of. This is being sold as a low torque application tool. This tool is not meant to break things loose, which means, contrary to what we do with most of our line, this item will not be sold with a warranty. And I know that's going to cause a lot of uproar and upset, and I get it. We were very okay with the fact that the sales would go down on this item due to that concept and it not having a warranty. But the reason that we can't go and put a warranty on it is that we'd have to inflate the price so much of it so that because there's no way to stop somebody from going ahead and doing this.
Yeah.
There's no tool this size
that looks crazy.
that will last and not break under this kind of pressure. It's just this is too much, and there's no way to stop someone from doing this.
No.
This tool, I can't.
And there's no way to tell if they did or not.
Correct. So instead of inflating the cost a little bit to account for a warranty, we decided to sell it as a low torque item. So those of you who actually need this to use it correctly and get into tight spots that are deep in an engine bay or in an area where you need some reach, that is what this is for. It is not a leverage tool. Do not
Well,
go.
and it is tight access, and that's one of the reasons that we decided to go with the offset design. It's also one of the reasons that the switch was placed on the back of the head instead of on the sides, because when you're in the tight area, there was a lot of complaints with some of the wrenches that are out there now, being that if you're in a tight area, you accidentally hit the switch on the side of the head, and you can damage the teeth that way, or it's just very annoying. Then you have to reach your hand back in and switch it back. But so this was designed for tight spaces and designed for you to be able to put a longer extension for reach.
To get reach, exactly.
Not for leverage.
Because if it were for leverage, I mean, this would have to be, if you wanted this to last, to hold up to this would have to be about yay thick
Yeah.
and about yay thick
Nothing-
for the same size.
Nothing's indestructible. I think that would break any wrench, no matter what brand.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And again, that is the nature of this tool, is for tight access. Now, if you want something that does have a warranty that is similar to this, go buy a set of double-ended locking flex head wrenches, because that's what they're made for, and they have warranties on them, but they are nightmares for anybody who has sold them because they do get warranted left and right. Why? Because people don't know how to use them correctly. But in this case, we are bringing out a tool that is useful, that people need, that there is a need for in the market, and that if used correctly will last a lifetime.
Yeah.
But again, we're not going to sit here and allow someone to do something like this and then eat it. And I get a lot of people this is going to cause a lot of controversy. Some people are going to say, that's the cost of doing business. Well, don't buy the set. That is essentially what we are doing here. So,
Bam.
I understand. This is what we got.
Yes. So that being said, that's the Nora 150 XL, but we also have our extension sets here. So why don't we talk a little bit about that?
So in a better light, we're going to talk about things with a lifetime warranty, which are extensions, as is with, I guess now you could say 99% of our hardline. So we have the 3/8 extension that Michael is showing here. That is the master kit of the 3/8. Comes with a locking 10-inch extension. Sorry, 8-inch, right?
Yep.
Locking 8-inch extension. Comes with the dual swivel DSE extension, spring-loaded locking on one end. That's a very popular one. And then it comes with two stubbies, a 2-inch and a 3-inch, a 6-inch and a 10-inch regular extension. Now, all those extensions are Wobble Plus, which means you can use a fastener fixed on it, or you can pop it out one step, and now you have an extra 15 degrees of wobble. And we also have the very popular spring-loaded dual-drive universal joint adapter to get into those awkward angles.
I liked being the hand model there.
That's a pretty big, that's a very complete set for extensions.
Yeah. I mean, the dual swivel nobody else has, so
No.
you're not going to find that anywhere.
And then the adapter neither.
We recently updated it to a spring-loaded design, so That's pretty sick.
patented.
It's not spring loaded down here as you wouldn't want it to be. But a lot of people will grab this and they'll go, ooh, and they'll go down here and then they'll say, oh, what? But no, down here is where you need it to kind of stay, to get into a specific area, and then this is where you would want the spring load. That's where the socket's going. And it is locking. So this is a good set. All of this is, except for these two, or these three, are two-step wobble, or
Correct.
wobble plus. So they're either fixed or you have 15 degrees of a swivel.
And we have the exact same concept of that master kit in 1/4 inch as well, where you have 4 extensions that are regular, different length wobble plus extensions, the spring-loaded dual drive adapter, the dual swivel extension, and the locking extension. So you have all the same configurations in a 1/4 inch set as well. Now, as some of you know, this is not the cheapest makeup of extensions. These do cost a decent amount, so that is the premium set with all the goodies and the spring-loaded and all the fun stuff for those of you who need that. But those of you who want just a regular old extension set, we went ahead and thought of you too, where we made regular, all the Wobble Plus standard, just different length extensions in those master kits are separated into these 2 kits. So you have both options. You have an option of all the bells and whistles, and then you have an option of just the basics. So we cover both markets in that end.
Yeah,
in that
but you
aspect.
still have that two-step wobble.
Yes, so you have something that's
yeah.
different than what's out there. But, you know, you don't have to break the bank to do so. Also, all those extensions have knurling on them for, you know, your hand up. Because that is something that people requested. They wanted knurling on all the extensions. When we brought in the samples, they didn't like the non-knurling part of it. So we said, you know what? Let's make people happy. Let's put knurling on our extensions, and that is what we did.
Yep. And there's also a chance that you may already own the dual swivel, you know, so you may not want to purchase something like this, so you have the options of the subsets.
There you go. So now you got an idea of what we have for extensions. We also have those dual swivels in a 1/2 inch version. It's just that is the only 1/2 inch version extension that we carry. So
Yeah. So WEX 400 for the 1/4, WEX 600 for the 3/8, and then for the master, it is
MEK.
MEK 400 and MEK 600.
and a little lesson on part numbers here. MEK stands for Master Extension Kit. 600 is 3/8, 400 is a 1/4. Same concept for the regular sets. WEX stands for Wobble Extension. 400 1/4, 600 3/8. And I think that is all that we have for today. And I'm going to say I'm sorry for the low energy on my part today. I am very tired. We had a very long show weekend.
I'm also pretty low energy.
They drain. Those shows drain people. I love talking, and I don't like.
Well, you're on
talking
your
after
you're
that.
on your feet for 10 hours and talking the entire time.
Which you're not going to get sympathy from anyone
No.
watching this, because obviously a lot of them probably do
No.
jobs where they have to do that every day. But it is a lot. It is mentally draining, if anything. It's just a very long day of nonstop energy.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, I thought I was sick when I got home on Sunday. I just sat there and did nothing. And I'm not like that. I'm a person who needs to be doing something because my mind can't not. And that day, it wasn't doing nothing. I sat there and did absolutely nothing. I watched TV all day.
So did I.
Didn't talk to nobody. My wife was out of town, so I literally spoke to nobody. It was just me and my dogs all day.
I didn't even look at my phone. I was just kind of like,
Zoned out
Zoned
all
out,
day. It
yeah.
was crazy. Again, so you saw the extensions, you see the Noras, you kind of have an idea of where we're at with new product because we showed those last week. Next week we have because we don't have shows for a little bit, right? So we're kind of on a
well, we have new products to show. We'll have new products to show from now until SEMA, like here, because they're kind of spaced out. We're getting new products
they're
next
gonna
month
be
and the
getting
month
in
after.
between now. And then SEMA, you're gonna see all the new stuff as well as the secret stuff that's coming.
The secret stuff.
But thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all.
If you want to watch the Q&A episode, click the link below because we're answering questions right after we click the stop button.
In that case, peace out.